Hey guys, I'm back today to give you a closer look at the Everyday Tarot by Brigit Esselmont. Many of you will recognize Brigit's name from the Biddy Tarot website. I would say she's classified as a more recognizable mainstream tarot content creator. And I've certainly used her resources on her website. I've listened to a number of her podcast episodes. I think she provides wonderful, accessible content for people. But when I heard that she was creating a deck, I thought, well, she has this larger mainstream business for tarot. Like, how much thought is really going to go into this deck? It's probably going to be pushed out really quickly for mass distribution. Sorry, but that was kind of my honest assumption. But then I listened to a recent podcast episode where Brigit interviews the deck illustrator, and it turns out that they had a very collaborative relationship, and both of them were, they cared a lot about how the tarot deck turned out. They really did put a lot of thought and time and deliberation into what they wanted from this deck. So I really appreciated that. And, they also talked about how they kept the colors more neutral, especially in terms of skin color. So the deck is just white, gold, and purple. So the figures, their skin color is either purple, white, or gold to maintain that neutrality of race or ethnicity. And I liked that idea. I tried to look on YouTube for some flip throughs, but I think the deck is still too new. And so I did some searches on Google, and the few images I did find, I really liked. And it's pretty affordable on Amazon. I think I bought it for a little less than 12 bucks on sale, and it says here retail is $12.95 US dollars, $16.50 Canadian dollars, so I'd say it's pretty affordable. Here's the box. You have the 4 elements on the front, some of the card imagery, 9 of Pentacles. I'm assuming that's, well, she's holding a pomegranate, so that's either High Priestess or the Empress. And then you have the magnetic flap and the Hermit's lantern, which is a nice touch. So it's a nice sturdy box, but then if you take a look on the inside, the encasing for the cards is plastic. Oh, and in case you couldn't already tell, it's a mini deck, because my hands are small, and if I can do this, that means these cards are pretty small. But anyway, I would have preferred a solid encasing, but come on, like 12 bucks. I'm not gonna get too greedy. And then there's a little guidebook in here. And the guidebook is pretty standard in terms of what you would expect from something this small. Illustrations are by Eleanor Grosch. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, but so I don't know if these pages are going to show on the camera because they're white, but it's really just a page for each card. Yeah, just a page for each card. You have a little paragraph for the upright meaning, and then a little paragraph for the reversed meaning of the cards. And that is it. So I did unwrap everything because I'm just not gonna F around with that. So on the camera. So I will say this is not an easy plastic flap to deal with. I think you are supposed to be able to store your cards in this box, but I will not be doing that because this flap is just too annoying to try to get tuck in and then take out, and like I've had to use scissors to like open it. So there you go. And the deck itself was shrink wrapped and I took that off. But here is the backing. It's reversible. It shows the 4 elements that we saw on the cover of the box. I do like that. So it's purple, gold, white. You've got some white swirls here. You have a very subtle gold matte edge, which I like that. I like that it's not flashy. I think the whole theme of this deck is simplicity. Cardstock is 325.25 GSM. I'm kidding. I have no idea what GSM this is. I mean, it feels nice, not too thick, not too thin. And it has a matte finish. So it works for me. It comes with a card that gives you 7 steps to an accurate and insightful reading. So it says create a sacred space, ask a question, choose a spread, shuffle and lay out the cards, interpret the reading, answer your question, reflect and take action. And then you have another card which gives you quick tarot spreads. And I've seen these on her website and I've used these. So one is a daily 1 card check-in. What do I need to know today? Or what is in alignment with my higher self? And then you have some 3 card spreads, past, present, future, situation, problem, action, you, me, us, option A, option B, and how to decide. I'm going to flip the camera around and just give you a quick flip through of the cards because I want you to get a closer look at the images, and I'll maybe chime in with some impressions that I have. I don't honestly know that I'll have too many because my understanding is that these are pretty standard, like pretty close to RWS, and I just I don't know that I'll have much to say, but if I do, I will certainly chime in. I hope you enjoyed that quick flip through. Just wanted to pop back on and say that I think I'm not going to have any trouble at all working with this deck. And in fact, I'm going to really like it because I very much enjoy the imagery. I am a huge fan of the color palette. I will say, you know, a lot of these figures do have the white skin, but as opposed to the purple or the gold, but I think that might be more just that the background for a lot of these cards is purple. But I mean, that's just one little thing that I noticed and not really a huge deal. Seems a lot of these images are very Grecian in feel, and I like that. I will perhaps come back on in a later video and maybe provide a more in-depth review on how these cards read, but honestly, I do not anticipate any problems, and I think these will also photograph very well for if I want to use them for Instagram pictures. For the price, I think it's well worth the consideration to purchase this if you're really liking what you see. So let me know if you have the deck already and what your thoughts are. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.